All right, the first thing we're going to do to start building the GoBox Studio and assembling the things is we need to set the Thunderbolt dock inside the console. So here's how it looks from the side. This is basically removable before the cables are inserted and routed through. So you can actually take this out of the box and put it on a nice desk. So we want to apply and attach these things. So the number one thing we want to do is, first thing we want to do is grab the bracket and the Thunderbolt dock and place it like so. We're going to attach a screw here, and we're going to use one of these nuts on the inside. So you'd basically place this nut on this here and then slide it all the way to this screw. Then we're going to use this is a 1.5 Allen key to connect right here. And then we're going to, as you hold this with one hand and the screw the nut with the other hand, you're then going to tighten this so that it's in place. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Pull the nut back here and then place the screw so you can easily tighten it. Once that's done, we're going to grab once this is attached and it's secure, you can hold with it. We're going to grab the power block that comes with the Thunderbolt dock. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to face this side so it shows up through here, and simply, come on, use the third hand. I'm just simply slide it. You simply slide it into this slot over here. So here's the pack. It fits right here. I'm gonna turn it and push it in on this side. So here, slides in, and it's gonna stop at this fan block right here. It's gonna stop right there. I'm gonna go past that. Once that's through, I'm going to take this entire cord and take this entire cord over here and insert it and basically thread it through to the other side. So it's going to thread through to the other side. And then you can pull through the cord on this side. Boom. Once the cord is through, you'll notice behind this red wire, that's where the plug is going to attach. So let me zoom in. So it's going to attach right there. 20 volt, 9 amps built in. So let's camera here. Again, this part is going to connect right here. And then you're just going to push it that's in there. You want to just make sure that it clicks. Now, that's why we want to make sure this is secure so this doesn't pop out. Once that's connected, you'll notice that we have this connector already part of the GoBox Studio, and this is what will connect over here. This is where it's going to connect inside here. Now that thing might move, but this is fine. Make sure that it's clicked in place. As you can see, I have the plug tight here. It's flush to the body of the plastic, as well as this guy flushed in, connected perfectly, and it's nice and tight. Once that's it, you want to then grab the Ethernet cable that's connected to this top part and connect it to the Thunderbolt dock, like so. And you'll notice that the Thunderbolt dock has 6 exposed outlets right here, 6 exposed items, 6 exposed connectors, 2 USB-Cs and 3 USB 2As, as well as an HDMI port. You can use that HDMI port to output video or to an external monitor. And you'll notice that there's 2 different USB connectors. One says 85 watt and you see a computer icon on top of it, and the other one is just a straight up. So the one on the left is the one that we're going to connect with the enclosed cable, which is this one. It has a 3 and Thunderbolt, so this is the cable that's going to connect on the 85 watt panel right there. And then this is the HDMI capture card with a USB-C that is going to connect on this panel, this connector right here. The other USB ports, these blue ones, will be used to connect the other devices. One is going to connect to the Stream Deck, one is going to connect to the cam link, and the last one will connect to our beautiful Stream Deck. Wait. And so the 3 ports that we have here, number 1 is going to be for the cam link 4K, the other one is going to be for the Stream Deck, and the third one is going to connect to the wireless microphone receiver. These ports on the bottom here, you see you have 6 USB-A ports and 1 USB-C port. This is going to power the camera. This is going to power and charge 2 of the lights. And then these 2 are going to power and charge the wireless microphones. And that's all the connectors. Got this unit almost ready to go. I've got it, I've got the cam link connected here. If you look over here, I've got some of the ports connected. I've got power to the wireless microphones here. I've got the cam link connected to USB port, and it looks a little loose, but it's actually pretty well in there. I've got the secondary capture card here as well. It's gonna be all. Next, I'm gonna plug in the cable. This is the Thunderbolt cable that's gonna connect to our laptop. I'm gonna actually take this out completely, and we're gonna insert the cable in the right spot. This cable is also going to come out of this little spot right here. This little spot right here. So we can't insert it like this, but you can certainly insert it through here. Grab it on the inside and then push this in like that. And boom, we have the cable in there. And all I've got to do is connect it down here. And we'll remove this block to make some space so you can actually see. So here's the cable. We're going to connect inside of here. And voila, it is now connected inside. Then I'm going to just pull it back up. I'm going to keep a little bit of slack down here so that it doesn't come off. This is going to go back and plug in right here. Boom. Right, next up, you need to secure this little guy over here. You need to secure this little guy over here, which is going to secure somewhere up here. Then I can run the cable to this on the back. We have some cables. I have some Velcro for it right here. This Velcro is actually going to attach this guy on the back panel over here. So it's going to go boom right over there. You have enough room like so. This would be the perfect spot. Boom. And then this cable is going to connect with this extension cord right here. This extension cord is actually going to, this part is going to connect right here. Boom. I'm going to run this through to the other side. Plug it in here. I'm gonna make sure that I can thread it through here. Enough slack between the two so it doesn't come off. So I've got an amount of slack there. I'm just gonna then secure it. Some Velcro on this side. Luckily we have a few of these guys to secure the unit in place. keep it from moving around. Now the fun part comes. We have to thread this cable in from up here. Now we're going to wire the back of all of these cables. As you can see, I have the power for the Sony, and I have a left angle micro HDMI cable here for the Sony. I've got power for the light going from this thread hole up here. I've got power to the other light going through here. This hole, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I have the 5th cable here for this is for this guy. So when this connects like this cable connects on this side. So goes in like this, and then this connects like this on here. So what I need to do is I just need to hold this up and attach the cables and route them in properly. So to do that, I've got this cord here that's hanging from the top. And I'm just going to simply thread this cord here and tie this up so that I can. Alright, so now that this is open, I can start laying out the items. So we're going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's going to happen is inside of this, we're going to put in, instead of this, I'm going to put in this foam padding, and it's going to keep the wires in place. You can see that. So the wire is going to be in place over here. So that's one. And then these things, now that they're ready, I'm going to attach like this. So let me start putting it through. What I also need is a screwdriver to remove this from here. Luckily, and all of these cables are going to come through some little part over here. So, something like that. That's one. So you're marking this is the cable for data because it's connected to the thing. all the cables in this little cable wrap. A wire cover. And this is going to go inside here. I'm going to tighten it up later on. All the cables are coming at a good length over here. And they're going to basically come down here. And I can connect the power. You'll see, essentially this is going to connect right here. And then remember, this is the data cable that's connected to this guy. So this is going to connect to the Thunderbolt dock. Right in the middle, where there's room for it. You gotta make sure that it's the right orientation. All right, it is. It's hooked up. I'll take this thing off. And then here's the other 3 cables that came through. So these 2 are powering the lights. And this is the HDMI that's going to connect to our cam link. 1, 2, and then cam link. Now, you want to keep a little bit of slack. I keep a little bit of slack over here because you never know how much more connection you want up there. So let's start putting it together. Two more cables. Ethernets. I'm going to, number 1, secure these 2 cables. This way, so that they don't get pulled up. So you have this little hole, keeps it nice and tidy. Boom. Now it's not going to pull. We need one more. Now we can start attaching the lights. Once they're nice and tight, you can bring the cable up to here. Now you can notice that this cable is a little tight. It's pulling down here, and I release tension. Now here's the tension. Everything's hooked up. The only thing that we're missing is the stream deck up here. Next up, put in the camera. Loosen these cables here. And open up the battery compartment. Plug the battery in, like so. And a little opening. Let the cable come out and lock it in place. And we set your camera. And the cable will go like so. And then we're just gonna put a Velcro right here. So that stays in place. And another Velcro down here. The camera's in place. I've got Velcro here and here. This bottom part's gonna stay open. I've got Velcro here and here. Got all the cables in place. The next step we want to do is just neatly tidy up this place so I can plug it back in. It's nice and tight. I can pick this up. You can see all the cables are in place. And this now sits inside of here. Boom. So attach the lens, it falls into here.